Hey guys, it's Started Saiyan 13. I'm back with another Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video. This one's very interesting because they finally released a trailer for Power vs. Speed, which we were all waiting for, and it did not disappoint. Overwhelming strength or matchless speed, each one comes with its own risks and advantages. So I thought it'd be fun to break down these categories in context of the gameplay, the potential for other categories, and the types of characters that will be in each one. We recently had V-Jump scans confirm that we'll have characters who are more aligned with power and some more aligned with speed. Now, just because a character is categorized as power does not mean they can't also be fast. And just because a character is categorized as speed doesn't make them weak. It just means their fighting style leans more in one direction than the other. For all we know, the Power versus Speed trailer might just be its own thing, exclusive to specific characters that are just faster or stronger than 95% of the rest of the roster. Also, characters might be able to transform and change their character type. For instance, I could see someone like Piccolo being a more balanced fighter in between power and speed, but his new transformation, Orange Piccolo, may be more suited to power given his showings in the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie. This could also potentially apply to Jiren and his full power mode as well. I really like this system. It looks like they're making every character unique to play with. Some characters might like to have raw strength. Some players, they might like to have a raw strength and durability to outlast their opponents and put them on the defensive, while others might prefer high-speed maneuverability to create openings, catching the opponent off guard and whittling their health down. They went into great detail about what each fighting type was capable of. Let's start with power. In the V-Jump scans, it's mentioned that you can release immense firepower in exchange for severely burning through your energy with key attacks and movements. You can clearly see this in the case of Broly and Nappa because their firepower is pretty ridiculous in the trailer. It also mentions that you can power up using select skills to both increase the range of your attack, to deal more damage, boost your defense, and increase your stamina. They even provide an example with Toppo that says strike a pose and power up. This is in the original Budokai Tenkaichi games. You would have characters that had special skills in their movesets that boosted their stats in the game. For instance, the Ginyu Force, just like Toppo in the trailer, could strike a pose to become more powerful. And I remember Kid Buu falling asleep like he did multiple times in the series and then waking up with maxed out energy. There are several characters, especially the Saiyans, who had power up to the very limit that gave them instant maxed out energy and stats. So maybe that's what they're going for here. Prioritizing power might let you attack at a much larger range and deal more damage, but you may sacrifice some speed and it leaves you open to a lot more. You may also have access to a lot more energy and enhancements earlier in the game, sort of like how Super Grade 3 Trunks did in the Budokai Tenkaichi games. Like he started out with full energy. Characters that seem confirmed to fit in this category, at least from the trailer. We have Broly from Dragon Ball Super. We saw how devastating his moveset is from the trailers alone in terms of range and stage destruction. Toppo, Kale, Super Saiyan Trunks Grade 3, Full Power Master Roshi, Nappa. Other characters who I think might fit this category are, like I said, Orange Piccolo. I can also see them throwing in Beast Gohan in this category, considering what a powerhouse he is in both the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie and the manga. Ultra Ego Vegeta will almost definitely be here as well when he eventually comes to the game because of his strength and raw durability in this form. Giant characters like Hirudegarn and the Giant Janemba. Roided out characters like Z Broly, of course, and Bojack, Max Power Frieza, possibly Fat Buu. Beerus as well seems like an obvious choice as a god of destruction. So yeah, those are my thoughts of who might also be in the power category. Now for speed. The V-Jump scans say faster than lightning, move with extreme speed. These characters are stated to not be as strong or durable, but all their actions are lightning fast and they move for longer periods of time thanks to low ki consumption. The scans also say characters of this type can easily evade attacks and blitz their opponents. Prioritizing speed may allow you to move incredibly fast, but your attacks will probably do less damage when they connect, and your durability is less fortified. So I'm guessing how much damage you can guard against will be less than a character who is in the power rank. On the plus side, you'll be much harder to hit, and your attacks and movements will consume less energy, allowing you to win a lot of battles of attrition if you have a good strategy. Characters that seem confirmed to be in this category, we have Hit because of his time manipulation, Dispo because he's known for his speed in the Tournament of Power, Berta along with Jace have these fast combos and team attacks from what it looks like. You also have Cocoons are there as well. Other characters that will probably fit nicely in this category, in my opinion, are Android 17, Android 17 from Dragon Ball Super, because he's always been known for being fast in battle. I remember when he was fighting Piccolo, Piccolo had this sort of comment about how he's fast, but his punches are much. So I've always imagined Android 17 as being like this sort of incredibly fast fighter. Kid Buu, I think, will also be in this category because of his crazy fast combos, and he was an absolute unpredictable speed demon. He's going to be an incredibly difficult person to deal with. Anybody who played Budokai Tenkaichi knows that as well. Super Janemba, because of his dimensional shifting and teleporting, might also be in this category. And maybe characters like Goten and Trunks, Kid Trunks, and their fusion counterpart Gotenks, I can also see them being in the speed category as well. I also want to touch upon some other fighting types we might see in the game, such as a balanced or skill-based fighter. Characters on the roster that don't necessarily fit in either power or speed because they have a little of both, or maybe neither. Characters like Chaozu or Gildo, because they use psychic abilities and aren't very fast or strong. I mean, they're certainly not durable. They may be a different class of fighter altogether that just use interesting techniques but aren't necessarily known for their speed or raw power. You might be able to throw Hercule, aka Mr. Satan, in his own special category as well. Or who knows, maybe they'll throw him in the power category as a gag. I can also see characters that absorb energy like Android 19 and Dr. Gero being unique in nature as well. I wouldn't put these characters in speed or power, so it'll be interesting if they fall somewhere in between or have a completely separate category for how the developers categorize them. There are a lot of Dragon Ball characters that don't really lean heavily in one camp or the other because they have a great balance of power and speed. This makes room for a potential balance or skill-themed category. I can see someone like Ultra Instinct Goku fitting here because he's incredibly fast, almost untouchable, but also ridiculously powerful in this form. But like I said, I think Ultra Ego Vegeta will be in power, so they may make Ultra Instinct Goku's speed just for the contrast, which works very good as well. I think I also said Piccolo has always been a balanced fighter in my opinion. Perfect blend of speed, power, and skill. He'd fit right in this category as well. I say Gohan in general has always been a pretty balanced fighter. He was fast, powerful, and shown to unleash massive energy attacks with very little stamina drain. I can definitely see his Z versions like Ultimate or Super Saiyan 2 being here. I can also see Cell in this category as well. He's supposed to be the perfect fighter, so it would make sense if he was in the balanced category. He has great displays of speed and strength in his perfect form. Perhaps Beerus and Whis as well, although like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up being in the power category given who they are. But yeah, that does it for this video. What did you guys think of this type of classification for characters on the roster? What type of fighter do you think your favorite characters will be? I personally think, I'm not sure whether I'm going to go with power or speed. I'm going to have to try them out. But comment down below, and while you're at it, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out as a new YouTuber. Make sure to add me on PSN at Starter Saiyan 13 so we can battle online. And yeah, thanks for watching.